Let's find retro with Ivan and Lily.
Hey, let's find retro. It's Ivan
and Lily,
and we're here today to show you what we found during this week. I know we're a little bit behind on videos and we showed you a little bit of what happened during the week, but we're now officially showing you all the things that we found and maybe little clips of stuff while we find these processing.
So we're going to kind of go through what we got. We'll show you like kind of the order that we picked it up. We went to a yard sale, we picked up other things, and we'll kind of flash through these videos real quick of what's on here and show videos that are included with the pickup, and hopefully it'll be a good video for you.
Awesome. I think we'll start off by saying that we ended up selling a PlayStation 3 Slim out of the two that we had. We sold that one, that one's on one of the previous videos where we sold it. Ended up making a little bit of money, and right now I'm not going to go into whole details of all what we added, subtracted, because at this point right now we are still working on it, processing. But we wanted to show you and give you guys an update. Let's start off by the first yard sale that we bumped into after that, which was these cars right here. We got a bunch of nice little cars. I don't know if you guys can see it. We got a little Lightning McQueen.
And I'll do a close-up. We'll do a close-up of it, but we kind of wanted to give you an overview. We got a bunch of little cars from the movie Cars. We got Mac. He was pretty cool. He opens up in the back, and he's got some like neon wheels that I thought was pretty interesting. I drove to this. Did I drive to this one?
No, I drove.
He drove to this one, but
she was exhausted. I had left there. If you guys remember, I had left there at the dentist appointment with my kids. And sure enough, this is the first load of what we got. And this game was also there, Nerf game, that we ended up picking up.
Which we're always trying to grow the PS4. The newer consoles, we don't have a bunch of stuff on. We've got more of like the retro, the Nintendo 64, the GameCube. But PS4 is definitely newer, and we don't have a bunch of that. So anytime we see something cheap with PS4, PS5, we try to pick those up because we don't have a lot of it.
Which I bet you a bunch of you guys are wondering, like, hey, what's considered retro? So in my opinion, we collect a little bit of all the eras, anywhere from the 80s, and even if there's something cool in the 70s, we're going to pick it up, right?
Yeah.
But we really, really love the 80s, 90s, 2000s. But a lot of people also tell me, like, for example, like the cars, like, why the cars? So in case you guys don't know, we're now in 2026. And to me, I think 20 years is considered retro at this point, vintage. And not knowingly, but I guess you guys should know, Disney Pixar's came out with Cars in 2006. So we're talking about a 20-year-old franchise.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, when I saw this, I was like, that's a no-brainer. Like, we're going to get these cars. These are now considered retro in my eyes. I don't know about yours.
Yes, definitely. And this is something that we kind of even grew up with.
Yeah.
That's
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Again, going back to let's find retro and nostalgia. You know what I mean? That's the key. The key word is, what do I like? What does she like?
Yeah.
You know, and that's where we're going.
So moving forward to that, the VHS, like seeing these, it was incredible to find. He found these at Goodwill.
Yeah, we were about to walk out, and I happened to turn over, and we've been looking for these, and we found them. But I think people are getting into that nostalgia again. I think the VHS world, the DVD world, the Blu-ray world is starting to come back, guys, and a lot of people are actually picking up the CDs and stuff. And if you think about it, it's just like in the 90s and the 2000s when people were still buying these vinyl records, you know, and these were things from the 60s and 70s, right? You guys, you know, our parents, our grandparents grew up listening to the vinyls.
Yes.
Right? And so now we're talking about CDs. CDs started kind of vanishing. If y'all remember, it was kind of like, I'm going to say maybe 2012, 2015 was when the Blu-ray was like at its peak, and now they're vanishing. So that being said, it's like a circle thing, right? Like I said, like the 20-year anniversary of Cars. That's where this comes in play. Like, people are now going into wanting to collect the VHSs, to collect the CDs again, just because it's something now that they're considering retro, you know. And it's just great to have these two in a piece, because I do have a bunch of movies in the back that I want to not have necessarily on display. Those are more nostalgia to us that we want to put and store in something. And these are going to be stored underneath our our futons.
Mhm.
Well, there's back one where the VHS is at, and actually have the ones that we collect or want to collect on our list.
Right.
You know, on display
and the shelves, but these will be the other ones will be tucked away in here. We can, I think there's 48 that we can do, 24 and 24 in each of them, which is pretty cool. Obviously, the bigger casing won't fit in here, but we'll figure out something with those.
Yeah.
And I'll show you in here. Like this, literally says Walmart right here.
Oh, nice.
So I'll show you a picture of like this is from Walmart. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. But we'll move on to the next set of items that we got. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So we just kind of want to backtrack and give you the full story. So Friday afternoon, we went to the yard sale and we got the cars, the Mack truck, and the PS4 game.
Yes.
Saturday, we went game hunting, and the only thing we found at like the Goodwills was those VHS cabinets. And we did go to a yard sale and we picked up a few things there that we wanted to show you now.
I think the big winner to me is this Sonic head.
That was super cool.
Yeah, we ended up getting this one. We'll show a little bit of footage of that. We found this and all these two games, this mask, the Venom, and these two little Bowsers, the Bowser and the Bowser Jr. All this was found on Saturday. Now, granted, guys, we did go 3 or 4 hours of going to different Goodwills, but just no good luck.
Oh, this was Goodwill too, right?
Oh, yeah, that was actually the Goodwill. And that was the same footage of whenever we picked up those two cabinets for the VHSs. So that was there, and that's actually off our list. So that one will be going onto the shelf. But just backtracking to that, that was our Saturday. Let's go into Sunday. We didn't do anything Sunday. Sunday, we stayed home. We went to church and, you know, do our holy day. So Sunday, we
Give ourselves to God.
gave ourselves to God.
And to each other.
Exactly. And that being said, brings us to Monday. All right. So Monday came around, and it was my wife's first day of work. First day at her new job, matter of fact. So it was kind of a little sad for me because I left the work, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and go to this Goodwills on the way home. I had 2 of them, so I went out on my way. No luck at the second one, and really no luck on the first one as far as finding anything retro or anything like that. But I did come across something that kind of lifted my spirits up, and I wanted to lift her spirits up, especially considering she had a little bit of, you know, being stressed out going to a new place. So I wanted her to know that I was thinking about her and I was missing her. So I ended up stopping at that first Goodwill, and I ended up finding this.
And da-da-da, Barney!
I was kind of worried about it because I know she doesn't really care for the new Barney.
He's ugly.
But hey, it is Barney. You gotta love him. And
he'll be retro one day.
Exactly. So why not? So we ended up picking up him. So now let's go to Tuesday. Take the frame. All right, guys. Well, Tuesday came around, and it just started going up that hill. Just how you know, Monday's like down here, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you go down that slide, and it starts getting really exciting. So this is our going up that hill. Guys, I'm getting off of work, and I see on Marketplace, I always like to, about 30 minutes before I get off, kind of get an idea, see if I can go find something. And voila, I come across a post. We'll try to post a picture of it, the conversation. But guys, all these movies in this VHS player for free. 25 minutes away from my job, which is not a big deal. But overall, super exciting. A lot of these probably won't end up on our collection. It was just more of the nostalgia of me getting this VHS because I've been wanting the second one for my big screen behind, behind you guys, in front of me. And guys,
we have one that plays over
back
there.
here. Yeah. But we wanted one for the bigger screen, so whenever we want to just watch something over here, have it already on demand. Guys, it was super exciting, and you know, just stay tuned for a little bit longer. You'll see if this thing ended up working or not. We don't know, right? But yeah, this day just got a lot better. And then a few minutes later, I ended up leaving this pickup, and guess what, guys? I'm like 5-10 minutes away from the game exchange, so
Gotta
know
stop.
I had to stop. I had to pull in. Found some pretty cool things. Let me show you. I ended up finding this guy. I didn't get no footage of him, But this is Hopper from Bugs Life, and to me, this is very, very nostalgia. Hands down, I would say one of my top favorite Disney movies for sure. Just because of the music, the the anime of it, I really like this movie a lot. But hands down, it's hard to say. I hate saying one of my favorite X-Men because I love a lot of X-Men. I like the Wolverines. I like, you know, the what is the other guy? Deadpool, which I don't know if he's really considered X-Men.
He's X-Men.
Well, he's X-Men, but he's Marvel. So I don't know. You guys might correct me, but I think hands down, I was super excited about this find, guys. Gambit. I wish he had his card and I wish he had his rod, but just to find him and all that, I ended up getting him and added him to the collection. And I'll show a little clip of the interaction there at the game exchange as well, which I also got Driver. I don't know where I put Driver. Oh, it's up there. And I ended up picking up this one too and added it to my PS1 collection.
That's a double disc.
Double disc, yeah. For you guys that know, I know these things are always so brittle, they always break and all that, but guys, that was a pretty cool find. I had found 2 other games, but they were really, really beat up, so I ended up picking them up. But this was Tuesday, and then like I said, guys, I get home and it only gets better. Let me show you.
All right, so I get home to seeing the VHS that he got, and then we get a confirmation that he can go and pick up something off Marketplace, and this is what we went to go get.
Right, so I didn't tell her what we're going to go get. I was trying to surprise her because obviously there was a game in this set of things that she did not have in her collection, and why not? Got a heck of a deal. I ended up picking up this Turok 3 that was now initially going into her collection, which was awesome. We ended up getting a couple of these Sega Game Gear games as well, and we also picked up a DSi that is actually already sold, guys. I didn't even have a chance to really show pictures or anything like that. And we'll show a little bit of footage of that same night because it starts getting a little bit better after this. So I come home and I'm trying to do the video for you guys of the VHSs, and I just go to it. Second, and I just saw right now somebody send me a message from Marketplace. Let me see what they're trying to buy. So let me go right back and check, and I'll be right back with this. Yeah, sure enough, it's somebody from Marketplace trying to pick up the other PS3 Slim that I have for sale. Had it up for 80 bucks, they offered me 70. Well, come and get it, you know what I mean? All right, guys, so we're outside waiting for the customer for that PS3. Here it is right now. But I figured while I'm already out here, let me go ahead and test this VHS that we picked up, see if it works. Now I don't know if it's on the right channel or not. Oh, there we go. And all right, guys. So as you can see, I was trying to show you guys the VHS of that night. I was trying to take pictures of that DS that I was already trying to upload that same night to, because I had already cleaned it up and everything, so I can sell and trying to move this process a little bit quicker. This is also the Wednesday night. And
VHS worked.
VHS worked, as you can see on the video.
VCR, sorry.
Yeah, the VCRs. And then the PS3 Slim, the second one that I had from the beginning of the year, sold as well. So we ended up adding to the retro bank that night. And so that ended our Wednesday. So let's push it over to Thursday.
All right, so come Thursday, we got an Xbox One that ended up selling. That sold really quick. And my son and my husband went to go pick up this.
Right. So that Thursday, right after work, I had already met somebody again about 30 minutes before work and ended up picking up an Xbox that was completely dirty, guys. I mean, I'll put some pictures here, and we have pictures of me cleaning it on that Friday. And I mean, this thing, I posted it up. Maybe 2 hours later, it was gone. I didn't even have a chance to record what I picked up or this and that.
Yeah.
This is right after work on that Thursday. And then I think it was about 2 hours, maybe an hour once my wife got home. So this is around 6 o'clock, 6:30ish, that I get on Marketplace and I find this GameCube. It was a GameCube bundle initially. It was just this stuff right here that I remember seeing, and a Platinum GameCube that again sold. I mean, this is Friday. That Xbox and that GameCube, I took them to work with me.
It was Thursday.
No, well, I got them Thursday, but on Friday I cleaned them. Yeah, Friday I took them with me and I cleaned them up on my off time. And guys, talk about not even 2-3 hours on Marketplace. These things sold. Boom. Exactly. And ended up keeping all this right here, these GameCube games. There is like 4 or 6 of them that I'm not keeping because I already have for my collection. But guys, just this interaction was great. I had to drive out to Waxahachie again, or Waxahachie, whatever you want to call it. And it just turned out better than expected, guys, with this cool little dictionary thing. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's like a lock in here. Talk about this thing. I open it. This thing was full of games. Right now you can't see it and there's nothing in there because now I have officially put all the games in their cases. So now I have all these games in cases that are going to my collection, which is amazing because I was not expecting it. Guy gave me a heck of a deal. Like I said, that GameCube already sold and I've already made my money back, and now I'm able to make a little bit of profit on the extra games that I do not need. And I think hands down the coolest part, and I know it's gonna be crazy to you guys, is this DVD. There was 2 DVDs in this box, but this movie right here, guys, it has my favorite movie in there. I don't know if you can catch it on the camera right there, but it's that one right there. Leave It to Beaver, and this crazy joke about it because every time that my wife sees Don't Be a Menace, right? Is it Don't Be a Menace or Dennis a Menace? Sorry,
Dennis
guys.
the Menace, yes.
Dennis a Menace, guys. She always says, "Oh, look, your favorite movie." No, it's not. It's Leave It to Beaver.
I get it mixed up.
And like I said, guys, this is Thursday night. What a heck of a night. I even got lost in downtown 3 times, missed our exit. It was just fun. Maybe we will make a blooper video of me and my son having a great time because we literally have maybe like a whole hour and a half of footage of us just goofing off and having a great time and bonding, having memories together, which I really, really enjoy. I love you, son. And if you're watching, I love you so much. It was great. And so now let's go into Friday. All right, guys. So let's go now to Friday. Friday comes around, and at this point now, I'm getting off work again. And I decided to go and stop by the half price books because I haven't been on that side of town in a little bit. So I went out of my way. Ended up going by and I found these 2 games, which I thought was awesome, in this GameCube controller, which usually it goes back to me always thinking about it ahead of time. I always buy GameCubes, I always buy consoles. So if I find a good deal, I'm going to pick it up and use it for the future reference. So this GameCube controller, I ended up buying it just because I knew that if I come across another GameCube, I have the controller now, which that's the most common thing for it to be broken or stick drift. And at least I have one now to my possession in case I come across one, which I do have a GameCube that I need to fix. I just haven't got the time to it. That's inventory from way past. But I think overall, just picking up this Dragon Ball Z, I paid $18.90. This is a $35 game, so I got it. You know, basically, you sit there and you think about it. It's like getting either this game that was $14 for free, or getting this controller that I paid $10 for free. So vice versa, whichever one you want to think about. I ended up getting something for free. I ended up finding these 3 VHSs on the shelf as well. I ended up picking them up because I texted mom and she was like, "Yeah, I want them." So, you know, you got to make the wife happy. They say, happy wife, happy life. So we go from there. But the night gets even better, guys. And it always is like, it's good when I'm by myself. I find some stuff, but once wifey gets home, it's like she's my, like, I don't know, good luck charm, I guess you could say, or my blessing, better. But it gets better, guys. So get on Marketplace, ended up finding this PlayStation 4 that was there for sale. Again, going back to buying, you know, controllers extra, missing wires. So you take the chances, right? But like I told you, I had HDMI cord, I had a power cord for it, and I had a controller. So I just ended up taking it with me
so that we could test it out on spot.
Right.
He's got the TV a little TV that we can take with us to be able to do this type of thing. That it is a risk for us to go and get, but it's not so much of a risk because we have the opportunity to try it out with the extra wires, the extra consoles that are, you know, anything that he takes extra that he has inventoried to make this power on.
Exactly. And shout out to Patty. Patty is the one that sold me this. And it's, so anyways, long story short, I have 2 friends now named Patty that actually support us and have been helping us. But what a coincidence that, you know, that now I know 2 Patties and they're been helping me out and following the retro life and even then like reaching out and helping us out.
For sure.
So that being said, Patty ended up giving me this Deadpool, guys, this statue. Ain't that so cool?
And I just want to say thank you because she gave me these for my game room. She is so amazing. I love it. Thank you. She let me hug her. And I could have told her, I was like, it's all about making friends and relationships that I don't want to buy online. I want to make communication with people. And she's just a sweetheart. She made my year already with them. Thank you. Thank you.
You're like Jesus Christ.
Because he makes conversation. He's a friendly guy. He wants to grow the relationship, grow the bond. And I think she appreciated the conversation that you had with her because she definitely showed you some love. So we did get this from her as well as a big
like mural painting style.
Yeah, of Deadpool as well. So
which is hanging in my daughter's room. They took it over. Yeah, they took it over, which is awesome because I really wanted it from my office. But I guess, maybe that's not appropriate for my workplace. But anyways, it was cool. But I think the show of the night, guys, I ended up coming across this from Patty as well. Check this out, guys. And I know you probably can't see it because it's so little, right? And in case you guys don't know,
the Game Boy Micro.
The Micro. Look at that, guys. And at first we didn't know. We got it with no charger. We didn't know if it worked or not. Got home. It took us, I think it was 2 days for us to...
We ordered a charger.
For it to come in and all that. And it didn't want to work, guys. It didn't work for us. I was kind of sad. I'll be honest with you guys. I got a heck of a deal on it, $100. But guys, it's very, very scary paying $100 for something that you don't even know if it's going to work.
It could have water damage. It could be a cracked screen. Multiple things that we just, I don't know. It was a good feeling though. You feel it in your gut and you kind of just roll with it. And it was something that we did talk about beforehand and we took the risk.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys know, like these things go up to $200. I think this one's maybe like 160 to $200. And I told her, I gave her the conversation. She asked me if I wanted it, and I'm honestly, guys, I'm not a big handheld person. I don't try to collect it. The only way I ever collect it is the CIB in a box. Yeah. But when you find an opportunity like this, like a nano like this, like you want to hop on it, and I sure had to. I took the risk. And it was worth it. At the end, it was worth it. Definitely to be able to add this to the collection. So, Patty, if you watch this, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And like she said, put God first. And so that's where we're at now.
Okay, so now we are at Saturday, and this is whenever we sell the DS that we had at the time.
Which, hold on, guys, it was an exact DS like this one. Long story short, I had an extra one in my inventory that I've been having, and whenever I bought the one on Tuesday that you guys remember about, was actually like this one. It was just red, but it was a DSi like this, same style, but red. And I wanted to keep that one for my inventory because I did not have a red one. But long story short, what ended up happening is I cross-post a lot of my things, so I go on OfferUp and I go on Marketplace, and I had already started a deal with my duplicate that looked like this one, and send the guy the information to meet me up, and kind of just, quiet. We didn't hear nothing. So I thought, okay, he's not going to come. Made a deal with someone else, and then this person comes, and I think it's a matter of 15, 20 minutes difference. The one guy's like, oh, I'm here.
Right.
Ends up buying this one. Well, not this one, but the one like this one with the games. And he takes off, and then the other person texts me 5, 10, 15 minutes later. It's like, hey, I'm 15 minutes away. So I'm like, oh, man, like, how am I going to look to him?
Yeah. We had to make it right.
We had to make it right. And I'm just that type of person. Like, I told that person, I was like, look, luckily, in that other, the Thursday bundle, whenever I got all those DS games, there was duplicate games in there that I already had. So I actually had 3 copies of certain things. So I was able to somehow be able to work it out with this other person and be like, hey, look, I got 3 of those games. One of those games I don't have.
Right.
Which was awesome because this person was looking for a Transformers game that I actually didn't have in my inventory. And it was a high dollar game. But to make it right, I ended up giving them that deal. I ended up giving them that game just because I didn't have it on inventory already. I didn't have to go and change it out or anything like that. And again, like I told this person, it's all about growing relationships and getting these people back to their childhood memories of the nostalgia of it. You know what I mean? So we make things right and we make it work, right? So this is Saturday. You know, we go and we have lunch at my favorite spot, you know, Golden Chick. And my wife's like, oh, we have to go to the Goodwill, right?
It's down the street.
It's down the street, so we ended up hitting the Goodwill. I think on the first Goodwill, we ended up finding this right here, this Wii U. My son found this one, which was a pretty cool find. We personally are not going to open it or use it or anything like that. It's pretty beat up. And we actually have the game, you know, loose, and we had all the characters and all that. But we didn't have it in a box, so why not pick it up? I think it was like, what, $5 or $6? Yeah, so why not pick it up? And it's just going to go on our shelf for display. That was a cool find. And so ended up going to another Goodwill up the road, which out there towards Rockwall, because there was half price books over there that I had not been to. So why not? We ended up going over there. Wifey gets super excited, guys. She ends up finding this. I'll let her say it.
So it's Spice World. But like whenever I was going through the VHS section, there was another one of his Leave It to Beaver.
Leave It to Beaver, guys.
Which, didn't we pick that up?
No, we did not pick it up. There was actually mold.
There was mold on the film. So, yeah. But I did find that one for him, and I got the right one.
But the crazy part is, guys, how coincident that twice in 1 week you come across. And that's one thing that I've noticed, like, whenever we go and find something, it's like continuously the same things that we find. Like, right. For example, like the Venom that we found in the beginning of the week. We find this Venom, and then we end up finding all these Spider-Man things down the road. It's just like it adds up. And then like Leave It to Beaver. Now we've found Leave It to Beaver on VHS as well. Like it's just so crazy for me to come across these things and it happened that way. I guess that's just off the topic.
But I see this movie, and there's actually two of them. So there was the original one of it that came out in the VHS, but this one particular spoke to me because it's a promo, and I don't know. I used to watch this whenever I was a kid, and for it to be like an exclusive, like, I don't know, you know, there could be extra stuff on here that's not on the other one. I felt like I had to pick this up. Just kind of a nostalgia to me that, you know, me and my sister would watch this and we would pretend to be them and all the things. So I thought that was pretty cool.
To all these babies right here. A lot of these games, guys, it's not something that I need. And there might be a couple of these that might not be in my inventory that I might keep. But a lot of times, guys, when you find stuff like this for $1.99, guys, I mean, just look at that. How are you not going to pick them up? I mean, some of these games are only $5. Some of these games are $7. But, guys, if you add it up, just like 3 of these games paid off the whole lot. Like, I pick them up because, for one, I come across consoles. Goes back to the GameCube controller. Like, I need a controller. I have one in my inventory, right, as backup. These games, if I have any duplicates, I'm gonna bundle these things up with the PS3 that I find down the road.
We want to give you a console that you can play a game on already.
This is Saturday, and today is Sunday.
Well, we picked this up too.
Oh.
We got another blanket that we can either put here or on the other one. It's controllers. We are a fanatic on controllers. He likes the PlayStation. I like the N64 controllers. But any controller in general, I just feel like it looks really cool. So we had to get this one.
Right. And I guess that'll end our... Oh, well, I guess I didn't speak on this game.
I did a little bit.
Oh, did you? Well, the Quack Shop, we ended up getting it half price, why not? And then this CD binder as well. And this is just for all my loose games that I could put in there. If you know that I like CIB. I like mine in a box. If it's not, I try to move it. Obviously it's hard to find CIB Game Boy games, DS games, handheld games, right, in general, or even the NES. But I love the cartridges. But this is for my disc. I guess at this point, all we can say at the end of the video is that I'm Ivan.
And this is Lily.
And
let's find retro.
To you it's trash, to us it's treasure. So let's go and let's find retro. To you it's trash, to us it's treasure. So let's go and let's find retro. Let's find retro with Ivan and Lily.